What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm your girl K Wade, and if you are new here, stop what you're doing and subscribe, because over here, babe, we are all about growing, flourishing, and glowing. So if that sounds like it's up your alley, just do yourself a favor and subscribe to the channel. 誰かが大阪までわざわざ新幹線で私に会いに来てくれて、一緒にたこ焼き食べたり。 So today, I don't even know what I want to talk about, but I was just itching to make content. But the thing that has been on my mind is just me being reflective of past connections. So that's like friendships, situationships, romantic connections, all that jazz. And like, I honor each person that has entered and exited out my life, because they essentially, each of them brought a gift. Regardless of how things ended, each individual that has entered my life and that are no longer in my life, they have left me with something. They left me with like a souvenir of like the connection. And like, I was hanging out with my friend the other day, and I was telling him, like, bro, it's really crazy, because if I didn't become friends with this one girl, I am no longer friends with her. But if I didn't never became friends with her, I would have never met him. Like, she was just the bridge to connect me and one of my closest friends. And so like, I have to always honor that. Like, I cannot not honor that, because without her, I would have never applied to the job that I applied to. I would have never got the job. That's all on me though. And that would have meant I would have never built this connection with my current close friend. And that's just so beautiful. Although people may come into our life and they may also leave scars and wounds or whatever the case may be, you also have to look deep within that scar or wound and see what some and see if they've imprinted something positive in your life, if they planted a certain seed in your life. Sometimes you just have to sit back and honor connections for what they were and for what they brought, versus always dwelling on the negatives. Even in the disaster, there's something beautiful lying underneath all the rubble. Underneath the rubble, there's always something beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And like, I just extend so much gratitude for all these people who has entered my life and brought me a gift, even if they ended up doing something that ended up hurting me. You know what I mean? And like, I made a TikTok about this. I don't really believe the concept of good or bad people. Now, with the exception of this heinous stuff that's going on with the world, I'm just talking about the average Joe, the average person. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Some people do. Some people are really, they really be on demon time. I ain't gonna even hold you on that. But just overall, I don't believe in good or bad, because somebody who was quote unquote bad in my life could be the light of somebody else's life. So I can't even label that person good or bad. Even myself, I've done my dirt. I've done my fair share of dirt. Okay, like, I've broken hearts before, and so in that person's in that person's perspective, I could be a villain, because I know I am a villain in some people's stories. I could be the reason why somebody's a villain now. I could be literally the origin story of somebody's villain arc. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. Yes, I wasn't probably the best person to whoever I hurt, but that doesn't identify who I am as a person overall, because I have people who honor me. I wrote a couple notes in my phone, so I'm gonna read them off to you. It says, sometimes the ugly is still picture worthy. Sometimes the ugly is still picture worthy. And I don't know, I got channeled that like late at night. It was like early in the morning, I should say, like 5 a.m. But like, things that we may view with a negative connotation, it's still worthy of a picture. So that could be pertaining to even yourself, the parts of yourself that you deem that are ugly and worthless. Those things are still worth the picture, because it's still beautiful at the end of the day. Like, I find beauty in everything. Even when I'm at my lowest, in that moment, I might not see the beauty. Not even might. I'm not seeing the beauty, okay? I'm seeing nothing but the beast when I'm at the lowest. But when I get out of that, I reflect. I do a lot of reflection, especially if I'm like in a darker space. Once I get out of it, then I'm able to reflect. When I'm in it, I feel it. I don't try to be logical about how I'm feeling. I allow myself to feel my feelings. But like I said, once I'm out of it, that's when I'm able to like sit down with it and really like decipher everything. And when I'm in those states, I can look back and reflect on the beauty of the darkness, the beauty of the pain, the beauty of the hurt, the beauty of whatever that either myself or others have put me through. And I also wrote, that's not the one. Life is flawed, but that's what makes it beautiful. If life was perfect, if we got everything that we wanted all the time, if we were able to know how our life is mapped out to be, it's no fun of it. It's no point. Granted, sometimes when you know, you know. They say you know when you know. Well, I know you're the one. Lifetime by Justin Bieber. Don't know who needs to hear that, but hey, go peep that song. But like when you know like you're destined for something, you know that shit. But like the flawed parts of life, that's what make life life. That's what makes us humans. We are imperfectly perfect. We are not perfect beings, and I think that's what makes us so beautiful, because we all have flaws, we all have darknesses, we all have sins, we all have shadow selves, and that's what makes it beautiful, bro. We're not all just rainbows and lollipops and unicorns. And like when you're able to find people in your tribe that make space and honor your darkness and accept you with open arms regardless, that shit is beautiful. Like people who see you for your flaws and all, that's beautiful. That's literally what makes life beautiful, to find people that love you for your flaws, to find people, and like even yourself, to find beauty in your own flaws, to find beauty in the flaws of your creations, of whatever it is. Like life is really beautiful if you sit back and allow it to be. You know what I mean? And even if you're going through your darkest times, go through that shit. I'm not telling you to find the rainbow, find the end of the rainbow in that moment. No, bitch. Be under the storm clouds. Once you get out of that, the it's always a rainbow. It's always a rainbow. After the storm, the sun shines again. The rainbow pop out. Like you can't, a lot of things cannot grow. Nature cannot grow without the rain. So how do you expect yourself to grow without the rain? How do you expect yourself to grow without the storms? Like you have to grow with the storms, not go through the storms, but grow with the storms. You feel me? Crazy, because if it wasn't for old girl to connect us together, we would not be locked in like this. So you have to show gratitude for that. You know what I mean? You have to honor it. You can't do nothing but honor it, because even though people may come in your life and shake it up a little bit, they tend to leave a gift. They tend to leave a gift. Like, and even if the gift is something tangible, or even if the gift is like a friendship, the gift can also be a lesson. It may not be something positive at the end of the connection that you had with people, but the gift could be a lesson. Oh, I went through this, so now I know how to love myself more. I went through this, and now I recognize the signs of when somebody actually doesn't honor me. I went through this, now I know how to notice when somebody is trying to take advantage and think I'm naive and play in my face. You know what I mean? You always can take something away from every connection, interaction, experience that you have here on this life. And you also have the opportunity to see the beauty in it, you know? It's the duality of everything, bro. It's the yin yang and everything. Like, you just gotta look for it. Yeah, that's all I want to yap about. The sun's going down. It's 6 o'clock and the sun's going down, y'all, because it's fall time. But yeah, thank you for attending this random yap session just in the car last minute. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching me just yap. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you beautiful people in the next one.